Hi there, welcome to the Overtime Chatter 2. I know it's been a minute that you haven't seen me, and I got a new do and everything. It's my hat wig because I ain't put a part in it, but we'll get it together. I'm here to talk to you today about the Real Housewives of Rhode Island. I've watched the first episode, but I did not take notes on it because I don't really like it when it's new. It's too many women and trying to remember their names, and I swear all these ladies to me look alike. But we start this off with Liz and Judy. And they're having the in-laws are visiting. They're not really in-laws. Alicia is not married to her husband. No, they've been married 11 years. I'm sorry. And her stepdaughter, Brianna, is pregnant, a few months pregnant by this guy named Zach. So on this particular day, everybody's meeting everybody. Zach's family is meeting Brianna's family, Liz and Judy, and what is the other? And what else is there? So anyway, Alicia tells us, was it Liz? Liz tells us that when she was growing up, she didn't want kids. She wasn't going to have kids. She just wanted to just be her and her husband. So when she met her husband, somehow or another, he got 3 daughters, and she wound up having to take care of them. And when I say take care of them, I mean take care of them, like do their hair, take them to school, take them shopping, PTA, cookies, listen to their problems, all this shit. She has to practically raise them. They don't say why they weren't with the natural mothers, and she doesn't need it. She just said during that period, it was best for her to raise those girls. So she says the best thing she ever did, and it changed her life, and she's glad she's done it. So Zach's parents come in, and the family's family meeting. They all like each other, and Alicia's Jerry tells them that they think that Zach is a good guy. He's a good kid, and you know, I'm welcome to the family. So anyway, we leave there, and we go to Joelle, and she in the park, and she meeting Ashley. So Ashley says that Joelle got a bad rap, that she is surprisingly very friendly, but the word on the street is, the word on the curb is she a bitch. So they start talking about the 4th of July party. So they start talking about this 4th of July party, and she said it was fun. She said, but when they met each other at the park that time, that was weird because they was talking about, what's her name? Is her name Ashley? No, they was talking about Kinsley. Yeah, I think that's her name. What's her name? I told you I'd be messing up. Kelsey. She was talking about Kelsey. And she said, you know, it was weird. So she said, I had told her about the Rosie question, where Rosie was asking all the questions. So she said that so what's her name? Joellen said her and Rosie share in common that they both they photogenic, they take pictures, and they got the same color hair or something. So I don't know. She said she's gonna really try. Joellen said she's gonna really try to like her. So Ashley says that the business is stressful right now, and she kind of started crying because she got her kids, but she's trying not to cry. She wearing sunglasses, and she's telling her that Ashley, y'all know she's a successful influencer. She's the influencer. And her husband got that bar, but he at the bar all the time. She said he when people say that the bar is the wife or the mistress is the wife, or is the bar is the mistress or whatever, she said she feel like that because he ain't never around here, you know, and then when he home, he tired because he been at the bar all day and all night. And so she said she cries because she know he not happy, and she said she tried to tell him that he good enough or she good enough or whatever, that things that they have is because of him. That, you know, she said he feel like he don't bring nothing to the table. So Joellen is saying, when he say that type of shit, right, you dismiss that and tell him, nah, baby, that ain't what it's like. And she said, yes, of course I do it. So Joellen tell us in her confessional, she said, yeah, that Instagram life, that shit look good, but it, you know, it ain't what it look like, but we all know that already. So Liz and Kelsey, they meet each other for lunch, and they're waiting on somebody else. They're waiting on Ruelle. So they start. So they say that the way that they met Ruella was at voting parties because that's what everybody do. She said it's common. And apparently Ruella is the only woman, or one of the few women in the area who has a captain's license. I think that shit is tight. She got a captain's license. I don't even know how to. I don't have no interest in to do no boat, but that's some credentials right there to me, having a captain's license and you're a woman. Hell yeah. So anyway, they start talking about her party that she had, her 4th of July party, and she said, "Why?" So they start talking about the party when Ruella get there. And Ruella said, so they said they was at Joe Ellen 4th of July party, and Ruella when she show up, and she real soft spoken, and she got the big hair. To me, they act like they're from I don't know Rhode Island, but they all sound like they're from New York to me. But anyway, she was like, "Why y'all hang out with Joelle?" And I heard she was a bitch, and I heard she real fake. And she phony, she pretend like she your friend, but she ain't. She like to talk shit about people behind that back. She said, especially me talking about me and my husband. So Liz said, whoa, you was doing, she said she ain't do nothing wrong. Your husband was having an affair with this woman. And she was like, no, he wasn't. I mean, it wasn't. It was last summer, it was over. So Ruella is in denial about her husband, because when he was talking to her in the next scene, I was like, girl, that motherfucker is cheating on you. So anyway, she was like, yeah, she sent me so Ruella telling us how she know Joe Ellen. And she was like, yeah, she was talking to somebody, because she do that Botox. Joe Ellen sell like cosmetic shit, like for spas. So she know a lot of people. So somebody told her, or she found out some kind of way that Ruella's husband was fucking around on her, right? And she had pictures. So she sent the picture to Ruella, because Ruella was begging to see it. So she said, I sent it to her. But Ruella appreciated that. She said that it fucked her up when she seen it. Even Ellen was like, she was real messed up with it. But Ruella is mad with Joe Ellen because everybody in the circle, this bitch sent everybody the picture. She told everybody, and she told Ruella, which she probably shouldn't have did that. But Joe Ella's take on it is this. What you mad at me for? What the fuck? Don't get mad at me, because what Ruella did is after she did that shit and she found out that Joe Ellen told the other ladies, she started calling her job and shit, trying to get her fired. So, Joe Ellen is like, hey, all the gloves is off. This bitch come from how I feed my family. She said, my husband, he make the mortgage, but all this other shit that get paid for, that's with my check. And she coming for my shit on something her own husband did. So anyway, I was like, damn. So she said that Brian had a mistress. Now old lady said she just in denial. She telling them that he ain't got one, that shit is over with. But they was like, girl, he is still pumping that hoe. But she don't want to believe that. She don't want to believe rumors. And she said rumors run rampant in Rhode Island. That's just the thing. You just get wound up in some shit. But what's weird is that all that rumors kind of seem to be a little bit true. So anyway, it was Liz that told her that the photo was online of Brian, that's her husband's name. And she said, yeah, Liz told her, she said it was Brian. It was Liz that told her about the photos of Brian and the cockroach. Joe Ellen told everybody last summer, and it's not, she said it ain't going on no more, stop. So they said, Liz said, girl, yeah, he's still cheating. She said, he is not. So they could start. So Liz and Ruella got into it. She said, listen, that's not what's going on. I don't want that out. I have kids. And she said something about Liz not having kids. And she was like, whoa, excuse me. I might not have birthed no goddamn kids, but I raised 3 girls. And I don't think that got shit to do with nothing. So Ruella come back and said, it's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. She said, well, that's what the fuck it sound like. She was like, it's not what I meant. That's not what I meant, Liz. That's not what I meant. So she was like, oh, okay. So she said, but I'm telling you how I felt. She was like, I didn't say that. So they come off of that argument. She said, it felt like he was trying to be disrespectful to me. She said, but I ain't produced no kids, but I raised some kids, okay? So I was like, damn, you pissed Liz off. She ain't gonna talk about that shit behind nobody back. She tell you to your damn face. So anyway, Ruelle let us know that, you know, all the women in that circle have had their problems, even Liz and Gary, because Jerry has cheated. They have cheated on each other, apparently. Jerry, but they've been through their shit, but they straight. They didn't, you know, whatever. Everybody done messed around, and everybody done forgave the other one, and they moved on with their life. So, anyway, they say they can sympathize with her. I bet they can. But Liz, she's still a little bit burnt by that kid remark. So let's move it on. So Kelsey tell us that her man is gone 6 months out of the year. She spoiled as hell because she got a company. I think Alicia, somebody come to see her, and the doorbell ringing, and she's standing right next to the housekeeper, and she sit her ass down to her go get the door. I'm like, She don't get her lemons out her own water and shit when she home, and she ain't answering no door. That bitch spoiled. So she said she been living like this for 10 years. And we find out Alicia came to visit her, and she said she was at, so Alicia, when she get there, she said, I was at this house like 10 years ago, girl. She said, really? She said, yeah, girl, it was a party out here, and I was with my girlfriend, and we got in an argument and shit, and I wound up walking or something, she said. So she said that she don't like to drive because she a real bad driver. That one time she ran a woman over, and I was like, damn. She ain't specify how, she just said she ran somebody over. So Alicia started talking about that party. She said, you know, yeah, I was like being nosy. I'm nosy. I wanted to know. So she said, she started telling Kelsey that Ruelle was at the lunch with them and how she don't like Joella. And she was like, so that's when Kelsey said, yeah, Ruelle is real fancy. So she was like, oh, he ain't? So, because I believe Kelsey asked her, and she said, so is her husband cheating? Is Brian cheating? She said he ain't cheating, but she cheating. So we go to Ruelle home, and that's what I tell you. She said she a female captain. She the only one. She's a financial planner. She been with her husband for 12 years. No, she got kids, Luca and Lola or some shit. They 12, and she been married 9. And her husband is a foot and ankle doctor. And they say he's doing more than rubbing on ankles and feet, and foot. So when her husband come home, they say hi to her, they kiss and shit, and she sit down and talk to him. And she tell him that, you know, she don't appreciate that people's talking about her. And he feel, you know, she don't like that shit the ladies was talking about. And he was like, man, you know how that shit they do when they trying to snow you over. Oh, forget that shit. Them bitches don't know what they're talking about. They just want to ruin our love. We working on forgiving me. Aren't you working on forgiving me? She said, we fuck what they said. We could be the talk of the town. I was like, yeah, he cheating on her. He still lying her ass. So, anyway, the ladies go to a winery together. They don't drive. They take what's called one of them party buses. It's a nice bus. So, Alicia funny. She said, well, every time she goes somewhere, she loves crackers. Because every time Terrence out here talking about crackers, she need to take carbs with her. Because she don't like to be in the car too long or something. So, anyways, Kelsey, Liz, and Alicia, Ashley getting on the bus. And they start teasing. I think it's Joe Ellen. Somebody started I think it's Alicia, start teasing. Somebody said that she went folklore. So Joellen come in, and then it's Rosie. So ladies are drinking champagne. They driving up there. And Kelsey tell us that she like cheap wine. She said she don't give a fuck. She like, it don't bother her. Oh, then Rosie tell us she like cheap wine. Oh, Kelsey, one of them. But Joellen said she a wine snub. She'd like to pay a lot of money for her shit. So when she wake up the next day, she don't got no headache. So I was like, why does that lady named Liz got them fucking Prada boots on? I seen them in the boat. I don't want to see them no damn more. So Kelsey tells her Joellen that Ruler is coming. So she take her over to the side. She said, I just need to tell you right now that she comes. She said, that bitch can come. She comes. She wants to. She comes with some bullshit, though. I'm going to just tell you. Because she came for my job. It's her husband cheating. She asked for the pictures. I show her. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have showed everybody else. But fuck it, I did. It's out there now. So what you going to do? So anyway, Ruelle wound up calling and said she ain't coming. She did a FaceTime call. And they was like, look at her pretending that she's sick. She said she ain't feel good, but they think she was just pretending because they said she was glammed up looking, that she ain't look sick at all. But it didn't matter no way because it made Joellen happy because she took whatever the little gift bag was or the box that they had and threw her shit, knocked her shit over. So I was like, girl, you were so immature. But Joellen let us know, and Kelsey, that bitch came from my job. You mess with my husband, my kids, or my money, then we will have a problem with each other. So far I like it. These hoes is doing something. Kelsey, and then we find out too that Kelsey, man, that stay gone for 6 months while he gone, she got her somebody up in there too. Girl, I don't blame you. But I be like, I don't know if he come to her house or not, because, you know, it's a big ass house, but he got people that work for him. And I ain't gonna have no man taking care of me and have another man up in his crib. But if he leave me for 6 months and he with another bitch, you best believe I might not have him at his house, but we don't need to talk no more. So anyway, listen, you could have been anywhere, but you was here with me. Listen to me talk about the Real Housewives of Rhode Island. Could have been anywhere, but you was with me for 16 minutes and 40 seconds, and I love you for it. And I'll be back with another review. Thank you for tuning into the Overtime channel. Chatter, too. Look at me, I forget my own damn channel. Bye now.